Where the
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Akidah binti Maklin. So, welcome to our respected lecturer, Dr. Nik Kamaruzaman, and our beloved audience. So, today my friend and I would like to present about activity-based management, which also known as ABM. So, let's get started. So, do you know what is ABM? Well, basically ABM or activity-based management known as system to determine the profitability of every aspect of a business so that its strength can be enhanced and its weaknesses can be either be improved or eliminated altogether. There are 6 main components of ABM, which is firstly defining activities, second identifying drivers, third assigning costs to activities, then assigning costs from activities to cost objects, next developing performance measure, and lastly managing processes and work. Is it true that ABM are similar to ABC? Well, a lot of information gathered in activity-based management is derived from information gathered from another management tools, which is activity-based costing, ABC. Since both of the ABM and ABC are management tools that help in managing businesses' activities, people tend to think that they are equal to each other. However, both also have differences in their functions. ABC are more focused on tracing cost to cost object, while ABM are more to tracing costs and managing processing and work. So, how to implement ABM? Well, once the company has developed and implement the ABC system and the company want to implement the ABM, then it will involve with the 3 following steps, which is first, they have to classify activities as either value added or non-value added. The value added are the ones that improve the quality of the product or service. It's also known to expenses that incur when the customer are willing to pay for it, like a unique features for a phone. While non-value added are the contrast for value added, which the costs are not improve the product, like the cost for the patent where the customer are not paying for it. Secondly, the rank value added activities in terms of added customer perceived value, where the company utilizing the ABM may rank value added activities on scale of 1 to 5 in order to demonstrate different degrees of customer perceived value added by each value added activities. Last but not least, the company will enhance value added activities and eliminate or reduce non-value added activity in order the company to fulfill their customer perception and having a lower cost to produce their product. Well, let's move on to the next presenter.
Thank you. My name is Nofahana and I'm the second presenter. The management accountant plays a crucial role in assessing, planning, designing, implementing, and maintaining an activity-based management system. Serving as the financial expert on implementation team, The management accounts support analysis of current information, identification of improvement efforts, and the ability to bridge the gap between traditional information and the requirement of the new structure. The role of management accountant in activity-based management efforts comprises activities such as identifying key information requirements for the ABCM system, assessing existing data sources and their applicability to the new structure, designing and creating the ABCM system database or module, and also tracking the results, costs, and benefits provided by the ABCM system both during and after implementation. Transfer of ownership is the best practice for activity-based management. Why? Because a New Zealand-based agriculture services sector organisation decided to implement activity-based management to answer calls for greater accountability. So the outcome of the implementation are the ownership of cost management was transferred from accounting department to other department. This is what we call the transfer of ownership. So basically, transfer of ownership is the best practice. First of all, linking activity-based management information to operational objectives and improvement initiatives is crucial for success. Other than that, successful pilot or efforts prove the value of activity-based management initiative through early wins. Next, activity-based management implementations should be operationally funded and operations driven. And last but not least, linking activity-based management information system to compensation encourages operational and user ownership. That's all from me. We move to the next presenter.
Okay, thank you Farhana. My name is Siti Aisyah and I will move to when to use activity-based management. Okay, the company will use this approach when they want to manage and control their costs. Okay, there is 4 steps in order for company to do cost reduction. The first one is the company must identify the major opportunities for cost reduction. The second one is determine the real causes of these costs. The third one is develop a program to eliminate the causes and therefore the cost. And for the last one is the company can introduce some new performance measure to monitor the effectiveness of cost reduction efforts. Okay, now we move to where activity-based management is being applied. Okay, this approach is mostly being implemented and applied in USA and Europe, which was first developed in the 1980s that seek to highlight the area where a business is losing money so that those activities can be improved to increase profitability, or those activities will be eliminated by the company.
Let's proceed to the Q&A session. The main difference between ABM and ABC is that ABC emphasizes tracing costs to cost objects, while ABM emphasizes tracing costs and managing processes and work. Can you recall the main components of ABM? Noted that there are 6 main components of ABM. First, defining activities, identifying drivers, assigning costs to activities, assigning costs from activities to cost object, developing performance measure, and also managing processes and work. That's all from us. Thank you everyone for watching and hope you guys gain something from this seminar.